Good morning, Izzy. Your video was a lot better than mine. Mine was kind of just a starting off point, and you really took it to the next level. Growing up, I always had friends around the neighborhood. There was a few kids, Dustin, my friend Jason, my friends Paul. It's kids I knew from school, because I never had the experience of homeschool. I went to private school majority of my schooling. I went to public school for high school, but that's another story for another time. Anyways, there were always kids I was around. I didn't have a lot of kids I hung out with, mainly just the few that I mentioned, Dustin, Paul, Jason, and my friend Eric from school. But the ones I saw the most were like Dustin. Dustin I hung out with more than pretty much anybody else because he was here in the area. So I lived here in this part of town. Everybody else was way over there. It's part of why I like single player gameplay a lot more than multiplayer. Why it's so much more important to me. Because I'm not that into multiplayer. I never grew up playing like GoldenEye with a bunch of friends, or Mario Kart or anything like that. I played all these games single player. I played them alone. So it just wasn't as important to me to be engaged with someone else. Now, when I was with someone else, that interaction was important, and being able to see their reaction and the look on their face and judge how they were responding to whatever it was I was saying, be it humor, be it seriousness, whatever, and see if I should carry on with that topic or if I should move on to another one. The internet was something I discovered at an early age, but I never really got as much into it until later on in life, mainly high school. I would always spend a lot of time on it, all the way through middle school and elementary, but mostly I didn't communicate with anyone. I used it for games and for research. Even throughout middle school, I used encyclopedias for a lot of my research. When high school came around, I started to use the internet a lot more for gaming, for social activity. And then when I met you in 2010, the internet became a lot bigger part of my social experience because I used it to talk with you, and then you introduced me to some mutual friends that we have now that we use to text, to chat on the internet, and that's become my major source of social interaction. I still hang out with people. I still see people. I work. I hang out with those people while I'm working. I've got my girlfriend that I hang out with. I see you almost once a week, and I've got more of a social life, I guess you would call it, now that I am at this age, at this time. But I never really grew up with that either. But human interaction was still important to me. I still found it necessary to go and speak with people, to see their face. I still like to be alone, but I've found it important to be face to face with someone, to have that immediate reaction, that immediate response. I guess that's why it's so much harder for me to talk to this camera, because I need I need to see how the person's reacting. So you're up next week. Can't wait to see what you have in store for us.